Hey, what is up, everybody? This is the Great Puckatini, and what I got for you today is, man, I'm going to do a player breakdown here, excuse me, of Matt Adcock. Now, Matt Adcock is a heck of a player, man. I'm super excited about him. You know, this is not a guy that's going to run a 4.40 or catch 1,000 yards, be super speedster. But this is the type of player we need at Arkansas. Big, strong, physical guy. You know, he's a fullback slash tight end slash H back. I mean, this guy can wear a ton of hats, different hats, very versatile. Help us out on special teams. Man, he can do uh, anything. He's very versatile. He's like a big guard out there, blocking, catching passes. Just super excited. The one thing I'll give him a very big compliment. When I saw him, I said, "Man, this looks like one of those Baltimore Raven players." You know, with John Harbaugh, he'd have some super speedy guys like Lamar Jackson, all this, but then he'd have those big, strong guys in there that are blocking, that are fullbacks, tight ends, just out physical. You kick your butt, and that's what Arkansas needs to get to. You know, we need to get more physical. And Matt Adcock right here, man, this guy, I really like him. He's going to help us out tremendously. Very versatile. And, and I love, speaking of those Harbaugh brothers, love those Harbaugh brothers. I think they're great coaches. I think they're two of the best right now. You know, John just moved on from Baltimore to the Giants, and now Jim is with the Chargers. But, Jim won a national title at Michigan with these type of players here. He's big, strong guys, out physicaling people. Now, you need speed, too, and all that. You need everything. But this guy right here reminds me of some of the players they would get, those Harbaughs would get. So super excited. Silverfield and his staff's able to get Matt Adcock over. I think he's probably flies under the radar. But, man, versatile, fullback, tight end, H-back, special teams. Man, this guy can do it all. He's like a Swiss Army knife. Also, when I watch him, I think of the All Madden team. If y'all remember John Madden, back in the 90s, he'd do that All Madden team. When I recorded those, I loved watching them. And, like the Tom Rathman and all those guys. I mean, I loved it. Nate Newton was on there a bunch. So, anyway, man, I love this Matt Adcock. So let's check him out. Here's his player overview. So he's 6'3", 255 pounds. Now I don't know where they're going to play him. He can play all three. He can be a fullback. He can be a tight end. He can be an H back. Okay, he can do all of it. He's from Mendenhall, Mississippi. He went to high school there in Simpson County Academy. He has played 1 year of college football so far. He did that at Memphis. He's transferring to us from Memphis. His transfer rating, he's a 3-star transfer with an 86 ranking, so very good ranking here. We're getting a guy with 1 year of major college football experience, and he played a good bit. So he's not somebody you see on film what he can do, and he's a heck of a player, man. I like him. I like his physicality. I tell you one thing: you put a Adcock in the backfield, he's going to pick up a blitzer. He's not one of these little bitty running backs, 185 pounds. This is a 255-pound guy that can play back there in the backfield, and he can put somebody on their butt. He's physical, aggressive. Really like him a lot. Kind of players we need right here, guys. Now, I just told you, but here's his measurables versus an NFL prototype. I did it to a fullback. You could have done it with a tight end too. I mean, but he's 6'3", 255. That's great size for a tight end or a fullback. The NFL prototype fullback is 6 foot, 243. They're right about a 4'7", 640. Now, so you see Adcock is bigger than that. He's 3 inches taller, 12 pounds heavier. I don't know about his 40 time. I would say he's in that range, 4'7". I think. With all my coaching experience, I would bet that he is faster than 4.76. He's kind of that, like I said here in this last bullet, he's H-back, a fullback, inline tight end. He did that sometimes there at Memphis, so you could play him anywhere. I saw him split him out. Split him out there and run some of those wide receiver screens, tunnel screen type stuff, and he'd be great. He can move, he can run. Like I said, he's like a small guard out there running around who has good hands and catch passes. He can block in space. I mean, I'm really excited about it. These are the kind of players you need to be good, to have a good team. Now, here's his production last year at Memphis. He had 12 catches for 70 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. He had averaged 5.8 yards per catch. So you see, he can be a red zone efficiency weapon for sure. Because, maybe you think he's going to be the lead blocker and he slips out in the flat like a power pass. We used to call that back in the day. Houston Nutt used to run that a lot at Arkansas. While he's running play action in the backfield, he's slipping out in the flat. So that's huge down in the red zone. That's where your tight ends, your big bodies really are big for you down there around the red zone. Those big bodies, they can post up in there, knock people back. That's what you need in the red zone. If you have big, strong people, you can score in the red zone down there for sure. And Matt gives us that. Remember, this was his numbers, I guess, as a true freshman last year. So those are good numbers for a true freshman. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy's going to be a heck of a player. I really like him. I think he may be one of our most unsung heroes here that could really come out and help us next year. Now, his PFF grades, don't just shoot off the chart, off the page. Remember, he was a freshman last year. His overall offensive grade graded at about a 60. Receiving was a 57. His drop grade was a 68, which those 60 numbers are good. 68 is really good. That's average, above average. His run blocking was a 64. That's pretty good. Pass blocking is 59, so he's in there. He's a stronger run blocker than receiver, but he can catch the ball too. I don't mean that he's a bad receiver. He grades out better as a run blocker. But he can do both. I would have no problem at all throwing to him. I mean, he's 6'3", 255. The guy's a huge target. I mean, you can't. If you miss him, you're no good. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you can't throw it to a 6'3" guy, 250, big wide guy like that, you're not a very good quarterback. Okay, let's be real. So anyway, man, he can block and catch. Also on special teams, he graded out with a 64 special teams grade. He played on kick return and the punt team. I mean, man, he's just going to wear a bunch of hats for us. I mean, he can play all kinds of positions on offense. Heck, I think you put him at linebacker over there too. Play him two ways, both ways. I'm one of these old school guys, man. If you can play for me in high school, you're going both ways. I'm going to put you on both sides of the ball. So anyway, really excited about him. Now his strengths, he's a downhill physical run blocker. Man, he is. He's positional versatility. I've talked about that. He could be like a fullback in the eye. He could be an H-back, like we used to call slot. I'll show you his video here in a second. We used to call that a slot, but they call it an H-back now. Or he could be an inline tight end. That's down in three-point stance at the, just at the normal tight end position you think of. He played more of an H-back at Memphis in the film I've watched of them. He did more of that, but he did some other stuff too now. He has an SEC-ready frame. He's bigger than the SEC, ready frame for a fullback. Of course, I just showed you. Short yardage reliability. First of all, he's going to come out and he's going to knock somebody back off the ball. He's going to hit you. And also he can slip out, catch a pass. So short yardage reliability, man, really good with him. He's sticky. I talk about that with offensive linemen. You got to stay with your man when you're blocking them. You can't just hit them and let them go. You got to hit them and stick on them. Get your hands inside and hold a little bit sometimes. Just don't get them out here where you're hugging them. So he's sticky. He's not just a blocker. He runs routes as well. He was on a lot of routes last year as I watched film. And then, it was a good mixture with him. Sometimes he was in there blocking. Sometimes he was out slipping into the flat. And imagine throwing that big guy, 255 pounds in a corner, thinking, oh, crap, I got to come up and tackle this big dude. They don't want to do that, I can promise you. Like old Deion Sanders used to say, it's a business decision to fall down or dive at his ankles. That's a business decision. But anyway, man, a big, strong, tough guy here. And I did say here at the bottom, he was an inline tight end some of the time. And I kind of take these notes as I watch video, so I kind of jump around on some of these. That's why they kind of jump around, because as I watch it, I'm typing stuff, and I take a bunch of them off, and then I come up with a list. So there you go. How's he going to fit in our scheme? I really don't know, to be honest with you, with Cramsey. But I know if you've got heavy personnel packages, with two tight ends and two running backs, this and that, he'll be in there. That'd be real good for him. Short yardage situations, you got to put a Adcock in there for that. Play action leaker routes. That's what I'm talking about when you're faking like a power run or something. He acts like he's going to kick out or whatever and then slide in the flat. Special teams value, like I told you, kickoff return, punt team, field goal, whatever. I mean, he really could help us with special teams and just a power run identity addition, guys. And you know, I was watching a video the other day of Indiana's offensive coordinator. I think it's Shanahan's his name. And he was talking about, you know, they run the football so they can then throw it with one-on-one coverage on the outside, you know. So if you're just throwing the ball first down, second down, your best receivers are usually getting double teamed. You know, they got safety over the top, whatever. But if you're running the ball and you're pounding it, you force that defense to start covering you, your outside receivers, your speed guys one-on-one. And that's when your true best receivers will really be good. And that was the case with me, too, in high school. You know, there for 4 or 5 years, I always had a leading receiver in the area, and we had the best running game, too. They go together so well, you know. You force those teams to walk those safeties up. They can't play that split safety look with two safeties back if you're pounding them running the ball. If you got big old Matt Adcock in there kicking butt, and we're running, and have old Sutton Smith and those guys we've got now, Big Brennan Russell hammering them, sledgehammer, you know, and then they're going to walk those safeties up, and then we can throw to our receivers that we've been signing and getting some good ones, you know. And then C.J. Brown will bring him back. So, you know, Fall Pale, all those guys, Marshall, you know. So you pound that running game, and you do that with players like Matt Adcock, big physical power guys. So, you know, he opens up our offense. Guys like Matt Adcock do. All right, his final evaluation. Here's my last slide, I believe. Then I'll show you a little video. He's an SEC-sized physical addition. He is. He's a big, strong guy. He's a role-specific portal pickup, but he's versatile, right? Like I've told you. He can do a lot of different things. His floor, you know, if he really just comes in, it'd be special teams and a short yardage fullback. That's at the floor. His ceiling would be a starting all SEC fullback / tight end, you know. And I think he's more has a chance to do the ceiling than he does the floor, because we know he can do the floor stuff, and we know he can do a lot of the stuff on the ceiling too. So I'm looking, but like I say, this is the guy that really opens up your offense. You can power run, you can throw the ball with him in there too. He's just a tone-setting physical presence, and like I say a lot of times, he's a hog. You know, this is the kind of guy we want. HAWG, a hog, and I like it, just a tone-setting physical presence. So welcome to Arkansas, Matt Adcock. So let's watch. I do have a little film of him here on X, and this is it right here. Now, play with that. Now, Matt, he's right here. This is Adcock right here. Now, he started over here and he motioned his way over. Notice they're right here at the 1 yard line, right? And they're going to do a run fake back here. Adcock's coming across. He's going to block, kick out here, and he just slides right out here in the end zone and catches a touchdown pass. Quarterback fakes it. He does a short roll and hits Adcock right there. You know, great play there. So let's check it. Let me make sure. Let me watch some here. Okay, good. So that's him right there. Like I say, he's going to come across and just slip out. And you'll see how big he is, how he moves. But this is him right here. Like I said, we used to call that a slot. Now, or if he was about 1 foot outside, 1 foot behind, one outside of that tackle. But now this is kind of H-back, what they call it now. So anyway, here we go. See him coming across like he's going to block that guy, slips out. Good hands. See, I caught it with his hands right there. And I mean, look, the guy couldn't even tackle him. He tried to tackle him. I was like, what is that, a gnat? You know, just knocks him off. Big, strong, physical guy there, man. I'm telling you. Big, strong, physical guy. You know, just super excited we're getting him, man. We need players like this. It really opens up your offense. You know, like I say, like Indiana, our national champion, you know, they ran the ball to then get one-on-ones for your receivers. And that opens it up so much, you know. And big guys like Adcock, you know, he can come in there and we can run the ball, be a physical running team. And then we can also throw the ball too. So super man. I'm super excited about this guy. He's kind of under the radar, but he's the kind of guy, like I said, open your offense up. But anyway, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching, spending time with me. If you did enjoy it, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and then click that notification bell. I don't see notification. This is X right here I'm on. But anyway, click that notification bell. That way you know when I make a new video. You know, I did a baseball video last night about top 5 versus Xavier. And then, so I do a little bit of everything. Just if you like a certain type of video, leave me a message down there and I'll work on them, you know. But anyway, really excited about Adcock. I hope you enjoyed this, and come back for more. I got a lot of videos made. I've got all of our, working on all the transfer portal guys right now, and I've got all of our high school signees, video breakdowns of them with a lot more video on those guys. I can show a lot more video with them. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day or a great evening. And as always, we got a hog right here now. He's a hog. I'm glad. Hope he's with us for a couple years. And as always, go Hogs.